Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of the Free Exchange of Ideas with John. Donovan is, this is just going to be a little quick blurb, so a quick, like 10 minutes or so. Anyway, hopefully we'll be recording the show again tonight, and we'll be able to put that up in the next week or so, the next couple of days. Anyway, so what I want to talk about today is actually Ukraine and what Vladimir Putin is doing currently, and nobody is calling it war crimes. Vladimir Putin initiated a series of airstrikes on civilian and infrastructure buildings and blocks. He destroyed the German embassy with his air raid. Day before yesterday. Yesterday, they did some more damage to some more civilian population density areas. And he's claiming that it's retribution for the bridge that got blown up. Nobody's claiming responsibility for that yet. But he says that was sovereign territory of Russia because it accesses Crimea. It's the only support that the Russian troops currently have in Crimea to get supplies back and forth. So he's saying, "Oh, it's in retaliation for that." Well, I think there was 3 people killed in that explosion, that bridge damage, and they damaged a roadway bridge, or actually, I think they broke the roadway bridge and damaged a railway bridge that was near it, or next to it. So yeah, supplies can't get in and out of Crimea. The Russian troops that are there are kind of, stuck for it. They can't get out because there's no boats to take them out, evidently. And they're pitching a fit and saying that, or Putin is saying that that's retribution for that. But he's not saying anything about retribution for the pipeline damage, the European pipeline, Nord Stream 1 and 1A or something like that. It's Nord Stream pipelines that feed Europe power or energy. So I think he's just completely off his rocker, and I'm praying that somebody will take him out. Meaning a superpower. I mean, a country or NATO or whatever will stop him. Feeding Ukraine more and more military equipment, specifically from the United States, is not going to help them. It's not going to save them. It's just going to extend the war, because Putin sees only two exit strategies right now. He says he wants to talk about peace, but I think his exit strategy for peace is you just turn the country over to me, and from that point forward, we'll just call it even. And I don't think the Ukrainians are going to go for that. I don't think that's a possibility for them. I don't think that's even a thought in their mind. They're not giving up. Not after putting out so much effort, losing so many lives, and sending their people away to other countries while other countries support them. That's just not an option for Ukraine. It's not an option for Russia. The only thing I see happening here is either complete obliteration of the people and the military in Ukraine, of Ukrainians, by Russians, or somebody goes into Russia. Some military goes into Russia and just says, this is not acceptable anymore, and we're taking over Russia. But it would have to be like NATO. And the fact that Putin has elected to say, I have technical nukes and I'm not afraid to use them, tells me that he's already gone over the edge. And honestly, some individual, I think, possibly in the Kremlin, has to take him out. He's not stable anymore. He's not safe. He is killing his own people as well as Ukrainians. This is not going to end well. And if it doesn't end quickly, it won't end for a long time. Will it start World War III? I honestly don't know the answer to that. I think the thing that holds the United States back is China. We cannot fight two theater war anymore. We don't have the people. We don't have the manpower. We don't have the equipment to do that. And China is quite strong. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The 7th Fleet, which is still a Pacific Fleet, is for the United States is still quite strong as well. But I don't think we want to get into a knockdown dragout with China. And I think if we physically interfere in the Russian Crimea fight over Ukraine, we're going to have to fight China as well, and that's not going to go well at all. NATO is very strong if they can get organized. The UN is not going to step in. As a matter of fact, the UN hasn't stepped into Ukraine, so I don't know what they expect anybody else to do. That's the question. Everybody's looking at somebody else, and most of them are looking at us because we are spending a great deal of money. Don't get me wrong. We spent way too much money on equipment and supply for the Ukrainians that we don't have. We haven't had since beginning of COVID when they started blowing money out the treasury. And we're still doing that. We are putting our countries in. I'm sorry, not we. Our leaders, I'm going to use finger quotes here, are putting so much money into, or pulling so much money out of the treasury, which is a debt. It's not a United States dollar. It's a treasury bill. Totally different things. And it's costing us money every time we do it. Every time we do it. And the Democrats don't seem to be slowing down in the least. We just spent another, I want to say $1.2 billion sending aid to Ukraine. Not aid, but military aid. Equipment. We promised equipment that we can't get to there for 2 years. It has to be built. We have it. We have the technology. We've used it, but we've blown everything that we have out. We don't have any inventory anymore. And so it's going to take 2 years to give them the thing that we just told them we will give them. 2 years. 2 years. Who's thinking that far down the line as far as war in Ukraine? Who believes that that's going to last 2 years? That's all I got for you, folks. Thanks for listening. I really do appreciate it. Like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. Hit that notification bell so you get everything that we do. And have a great day. Stock up. Get some food, stocks, cans, or get some of the long-term food storage. You're going to need it. Trust me on this one. Take it now while you can. In 3, 4, 5 months, it's not going to be any more affordable. All right. Thanks very much. See ya.